I know you have a great love for this championship, but does even today test that when the weather's
No,
like that?
gosh, no. Enhances it.
How do you feel your week was in terms for all sorts? Your play,
yeah, there was definitely. I mean, if you're going to look at a ledger, which is probably not a great way to look at it, but it's one lens to look through. If you're going to look at, there's definitely more assets and liabilities, way more positives than negatives. 17th hole kind of got me. I think I shot. What did I shoot? I shot 5 over for the week, and I played that hole 5 over. And it's not a bad hole. It's just I played it poorly. So I thought, given the conditions, given where the state of my game is, there's definitely way more positives than negatives.
Was there any? Did it give you a little distraction from the job ahead, or were you still thinking 24/7 about Rome and the game?
Oh, I can compartmentalize. I mean, I'm competing. I mean, I'm obviously wearing 2 hats now. I can exchange hats back and forth, but when I'm out there, it's all work.
How do you feel it's shaping up with the guys?
A game?
For the players for Rome, just in terms of your options.
Playoffs for Rome.
The
players.
Oh, players. I'm sorry.
Sorry about my
No. It's my fault. I mean, I think I've got a selection of riches. So, again, more positives than anything. I mean, the state of American golf's great. You know, some of the guys that are kind of on the fringe are starting to play really well, which is awesome. I would prefer that my decision's really difficult. That means the guys are in a good state and in a good form, which is really ultimately what's important.
We don't know exactly what's going to happen this afternoon, but could you talk a little bit about Brian?
Sure.
He'll obviously rush into the picture.
Sure.
Success today.
Can you ask me some questions about Brian?
Just what's his strengths?
Sure.
Would he be a good team guy? Good guy to have on?
Well, he's a really good friend of mine. We live on the same rock island, if you will, St. Simon's Island. Known him for years. Great family, great wife, great kids. So the Harmons are dear friends of mine. What is transpiring this week, I would even say last week and the last couple tournaments he's played in, does not surprise me in the least. He is a very formidable competitor, number one. Number two, hey, what does Brian Harmon do really well? Well, he does everything quite well. He's a very good driver of the golf ball and a very, very, very good putter. And then if everything else is good, then it can be pretty lethal. Our games are very similar, except for the fact that he stands on the wrong side of the golf ball. He hits a little bit further. He's gritty, and he's got a great ensemble of coaches and a team. So, I mean, what I've seen, it's 3 days, but what I've seen so far in 3 days has not surprised me in the least.
He said to us in the media centre on Friday that he's constantly tried to get into these teams.
Yeah.
And every time he always feels like he's 13th. He just can't. Do you feel almost he has an added incentive because your relationship?
I can't answer that. I'm not going to speak on behalf of him.
But do you feel him really pushing for it and really wanting it this time?
I can't. Yeah. I'm speaking. I'd be speaking out of place there. I can say this. I mean, over the years, I've had discussions with him, and my advice to him, because I've been in that position, fortunately, on both sides of it. I've made some teams that I thought I might miss, and I missed some teams that, you know, I thought I had a chance. And what you have to do, and this is, I mean, it's very cliche, but you have to be simple-minded in that you have to be right where your feet are. You cannot, I cannot. I don't know what other, I firmly believe the more you stay right where you're supposed to be and try to improve each and every day, the other things, those other opportunities or other outcomes take care of themselves. I've voiced that to him over the years because he's been close. I can think off the top of my head 2 or 3 times where he could have been, you know, I mean, a couple more decent rounds here or finishes here, he probably is in the realm of discussion, right? Or if not even further than that. So he's still young enough and competitive enough that I think there's still room for improvement in his game, which is pretty scary because I think he's really, really good. And so, you know, let's see what transpires today. But there's so much golf. Whether this is a great day for him or an average day or a poor day, his best golf is still in front of him in my mind.
Zach, you've done a great job at balancing competing and Ryder Cup, but the Ryder Cup, the duties start to increase. No?
Sure.
So, I mean, how much time do you think you're going to have to dedicate, and what comes next for you with Ryder Cup?
I mean, yeah, I've got a lot of things on my plate when it comes to the Cup. Most of it is discussion and just communicating with the powers that be, whether it's my vice captains or the PGA of America. What's next? I'm trying to think. What is next?
Well, you have.
I mean, honestly, what's fresh in my mind is I got my foundation event next week. That's a big deal and a big massive responsibility. And then the next week I'm going to play Wyndham, and so I'm going to compete. And then I think I probably got to win to get into Memphis, but that's going to be my goal. If I don't know if I have to go to Memphis. I might make an appearance just to show face, but I don't think I have to.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to Chicago. Is it Chicago?
Yeah, BMW.
BMW Chicago. Yeah, I have to go there, and I want to go there, and I should be there. And so between now and, say, Chicago, it's going to be discussions. It's going to be probably solidifying my leadership team, and then starting to piece some things together. But our point system is just so volatile because of the inflated. Our point system is based on money, and when you inflate the money, volatility ensues. Ensues. So, I can't sit here and say that, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this guy's going to. I have no idea, because you just never know what might happen based on how guys finish. Finishing in the top 10 in one of those elevated events is just substantial.
Well, you're taking an initiative that none of the captains have taken before, which is doing the practice round in Rome, no? And bringing the
it's happened before.
Yeah, but
overseas it hasn't happened since. Well, it takes different shape. Okay, so 2018, it was the week after the Tour Championship.
Yeah.
So there's no way to do it with the 12 guys.
They played the French Open, no, for that. No, some of them.
Some of them did, and then but Jimmy, who was the captain, who did a great job. Jimmy had a Ryder Cup ensemble. He invited, say, the top 20 to top 30 guys on the points list to go to Paris either after or before the Open. Yeah. So that was the only way you could do it. Yeah. From a logistics standpoint.
Sure.
In 2000, we didn't do it in 2010. Again, it was the week after the Tour Championship, if I'm not mistaken. 14, we didn't do it. 2006, we did.
Yeah.
I was on that team.
Yeah.
And we went around the PGA Championship because the team was solidified.
Sure.
And so we went. This is what we did. We played the PGA Championship in Chicago in August.
Yeah.
The next week was Akron, the World Golf Championship.
Yeah.
The top 12 was solidified after the PGA Championship. We went and played Akron. We flew out of Akron to Ireland.
Yeah.
The whole team, 12 guys, played, came back, and then went back again. So it's very hard.
Yeah.
In the States, we make it a priority because it's obviously significantly easier. So I'm very, very, very happy that the PGA of America has allowed us. Has given me the freedom and the resources to take the guys.
Yeah. Will you take more than 12 guys then? No.
No, because we're going after the teams put together. So there's no reason to.
Yeah. I think it's a big deal. I mean,
I think it's a huge deal. I mean, I look at. I'm practical. I think I'm practical.
Yeah.
I think I have some common sense. You don't know what's going to happen Monday through Thursday of the Ryder Cup week.
Yeah.
Weather, illness. You have no idea what's going to happen. So the more we can get their feet on the grounds, the better.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.